Hello Virgo, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Virgo for the week of September 6th. Now Virgo, do keep in mind, this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Virgo, also understand the only place you can get anything from me is my website, zaneintuitive.com. Make sure you're using the link below. I'll never ask you for money. I'll never contact you for a reading. I am currently not offering readings, so you'll see that they're out of stock, but I do have an email list and some other things if you want to check that out on my website. I also do daily content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and get into this reading. Now, if this message resonates, please do consider hitting that like button so other people can see the video. Subscribe for future updates and drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Also want to say I'm very grateful to the people donating down below. Thank you so much for your support. Really appreciate it. Same goes to my Patreons. All right, Virgo. Make sure everything's in view. And we'll get right into this for you. I think that looks good enough to me. All right, energy on the bottom. You have the Star. So this is a really positive card. This is the fulfillment of a wish, okay? This is a wish come true for some of you. And I will get into why I feel like this is interesting, but right now, I'm drawn towards is this, I don't know what it is, like a crystal or something here in this person, in this genie's third eye, right? And so I feel like you have a choice to make here, and it's between being in the spotlight and maybe going back towards something that you're more comfortable with. Maybe you're comfortable being alone. Maybe you're comfortable and right now you have this opportunity to be in the spotlight with the Star coming forward. I also feel like there's just the culmination of a wish or a dream coming true for some of you. Others of you have dealt with some sort of challenging situation and you're now working in healing waters of renewal. Okay, there's a period of healing coming in for you. That's what I feel like is showing up. Could be dealing with an Aquarius, although that is probably very narrow. Not a lot of people are going to be, not everyone's going to resonate with that, but some of you might. Virgo, door number 1 or door number 2. You get to decide. You have the Two of Wands in the middle. Which door will you choose? I feel like one path or one door here is, as I was saying, with this Two of Wands, what you're normally used to doing, and the other path is a path towards growth, towards opportunity, towards putting yourself out there, towards trying something new. And I do feel like you see with this third eye message that I got, which I literally have never picked up from this Star card, so I think it's interesting, but I do feel like you see kind of the outcome of both, and I do feel like what's preventing you from going down the one that leads you to most growth is potentially fear. And so what are you being called on in this week to work through, I think is the message. And I do feel like, you have multiple options here. I do feel like you see the road ahead, you see the doors available, and I would pick the one that, I can't tell you what to do, but what I feel like intuitively is coming through is to pick the one that will lead to most growth. It's probably not the easiest one. So in the past, you have this Five of Pentacles, you've spent time potentially having gone through some sort of loss, maybe a financial hardship in your past. I'm not saying like this summer, I'm saying like maybe sometime like a long time ago or something like that. You'll have to, whatever resonates with you. But with this Five of Pentacles in the upper row, this is the row of your thoughts, the row of your mindset, what you're conscious of. And for you, there's a tendency here to, I almost feel you being trapped or fearful because of what happened in the past as it relates to a material situation. Some of you may have been through multiple jobs with the Hierophant, like you've gone through, like you've worked at different places, things have happened, we had a pandemic, maybe like you've cycled out through jobs or something like that with this Hierophant card, because I typically read this as the place that you work, your organization. This could also be a mentor. There could have been someone who betrayed you here, but you're feeling left out in the cold here with something, and there's this other path. I feel like, you can keep going down this. Here's the deal: the universe will give you repeating tests. Okay, the universe is going to hand you the same job. They're going to hand you the same boss over and over and over again until you work through it. Okay, so if you've had a boss here that was deceptive, that was moody, that was emotional with this moon card, that was not good for you, and you haven't worked through that, the universe is going to give you another one. Or they're going to give you door number 2 as well, which is the other option. And for you, I feel like the other option is hard, but by taking the other option, you also heal this boss situation. I do feel like some of you are dealing with that. The same, by the way, is true in relationships. Okay, if you're going to be given the same relationship, maybe someone who's overly attached, you're just going to keep getting that type of person over and over and over again until you find something else, until you set a boundary, either with the boss or with the person, and say, I'm not doing that anymore. You have the Seven of Pentacles here as well. In your current situation, you have the Queen of Pentacles, Two of Wands, and the Seven of Pentacles. This is long-term investments paying off. Okay, you can see the pentacles here on the tree, ready to be bloomed, ready to be picked. This is a really nice card for investments. This is something that you've done for a long time. Okay, once again, I feel like you are in some sort of cycle here. And this is a really nice reading in that you have an opportunity to, clearly, there's an opportunity for you to go down a different cycle that's going to provide healing. It's going to be impetus for growth. And like the Seven of Pentacles, which is all about growth, it's all about that money growing. It's the idea that you put money in a retirement account and over 20 years it grows into where it is now, or 10, however long it will take. And so you have this other path here that's providing sort of sustainable growth for yourself, long-term growth. And those are your options, I feel like. Of course, there could also be another path that appears, and timelines change in life because you have free will. You have the choice to make different. You have the option to make different choices. But with this Queen of Pentacles showing up here, this could be you. Okay, I do feel like this is probably you showing up. There's also the King of Pentacles. It doesn't matter what gender you are, but this is somebody who makes rational, logical, grounded decisions. Okay, they are somebody who's dependable, and they operate in that way. They are not going to make the wrong choice, really. I mean, they make mature decisions, and that's what I feel like I see you doing. I do see you setting a boundary with somebody here. Practical. You're being practical in this week, and you're choosing a different option for yourself. And I feel like that's especially so because in this future you have the Eight of Cups. This person's walking away from a disappointing situation, walking away from the other path where it's that cycle. It's the cycle of broken cups. It's the cycle of people who don't serve you, situations that don't serve you. And instead what you're doing is you're looking towards the horizon, and you're about to go on a journey. You're about to take a path towards the Nine of Cups, which is the fulfillment of a wish. So you're there with the star. I do feel like this is the path you're and it's pretty amazing, but that's how that lined up. But now you have two kings here as well. You're dealing with issues of authority. Like I said, I do feel like some of you are given just the same old crappy boss over and over and over again. And you know what I want to say? It's time to defeat Bowser here. Okay, and I feel like it's time for you to find a new place with new people that are better for you and better for your growth. And I do feel like one of these kings, probably the King of Pentacles, is going to resonate with you more, which is in that other timeline, that other path that's probably more in alignment with you. This is an interesting reading. I've never had one like this, but let's go ahead and start to clarify this situation even more. Now, if you're enjoying this video so far, please do hit that like button and subscribe. It does help my channel grow, helps get the word out and spread the message to others. There's also a bell below this video. If you click that bell, you will never miss an update from me. And lastly, Virgo, I really appreciate you being here. Thank you for spending your time with me. I hope things are going well for you, and I hope things are good. I also have a Patreon if you want to support me there. Absolutely no pressure though. There's a link to that in the description below. Let's see what we have here for you, Virgo. What door will you choose? What door will you choose? I feel like I'm in the Matrix. All right. You have Lady Nada, heart awakening, awaken to acceptance and divine love, give and receive in balance. Yeah, look, I do feel like there was coldness here in your path, in the past, and in your previous path there was coldness, and you're now about to move into something where there's like light coming in here with the star. There's something better coming in. There's healing coming in. You have Gaia, Earth connection. Be mindful of the planet. Come back to Earth. Stay grounded. Time to do something to regulate your energy here. Put your bare feet on the ground. There was another sign that I had this week that did that. Do something to ground yourself here. Make a practical, grounded choice in looking at these two paths. And El Moria, awakening presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. I do feel like as you step towards this new beginning, the universe will guide you along your path. And that is the case as long as you are open to it. If you're not open to it, we have free will. Once again, you have to say that you're open to it, and the universe will help you and provide for you. And that's what I feel like is going on here. So let's see what else we get. Let's pull some more tarot and see what messages want to come in for you. All right. Okay, you have the Lover's duality. Once again, we're this whole theme of this reading is we're dealing with dual scenarios, dual issues, two or more paths here. We have the Seven of Pentacles once again coming in, and the Magician. So I said, Lovers is the sign of Gemini. Gemini is the sign of duality. Also two people here, two branches, two trees on the card. And so I do feel like this is kind of important. You understand the importance of this decision. I do feel like there's maybe a bit of stress, anxiety around choosing a path, choosing a door. And I would say just remember to come back to earth here. Stay grounded throughout this whole situation. You have the Seven of Pentacles and the Hierophant. You're really, you put in a lot of work in whatever it is that you used to do, that boss that wasn't right for you, that boss that was a little demeaning or demanding, or that person, whether it could have been just like a relationship, like somebody who just doesn't treat you right. With this long-term situation, it just wasn't, you've put a lot of work in, and I do feel like you can now go forward and take all of the work and the skills and the lessons that you've learned and bring them into something new here. Because remember, we have the Seven of Pentacles again. I'll be interested to see what card comes forward here. And then we have the Magician as well with the Moon. So you're just manifesting at this time. You're manifesting at a rapid rate. I do feel like, once again, remember, manifestation can work the other way. I've been saying this the whole time, but in relationship, you're just going to be given the same person. And so you're going to the same people manifest over and over again until you say, I want something new. I want someone new, whether that's a job or a person or a situation. I want something new. And that's what this is showing up as. You have the Page of Swords, you have the Queen of Wands, and the King of Swords. Yeah, so I was right. My intuition was right. I do feel like this King of Swords is the person from the past that's just not the one for you. I also feel like you have a lot of life skills, a lot of work skills, a lot of relationship skills that you have accrued during this time. This time was not for nothing. It was not lost. Okay, you can take those tools that you've built and bring them with you on the ship to this new journey, on the road to this new path that you're on. And that's what I feel like is going here. I feel like you have experience. You have the Queen of Wands and the Two of Wands. Queen of Wands, bold person who makes bold decisions. The Queen of Wands will take door number 2. Okay, they'll take the one that they haven't done yet because they are courageous. They're bold. They're also attractive to many people. Not only just people, but workplaces and different situations, and people want to follow them because they're so interesting. Page of Swords, yeah, you're getting curious here about something else. You're wanting a new start. You're wanting to try something else. 5 of Pentacles, you're walking away from that. 3 of Swords, 7 of Swords. Okay. Okay, I would be very careful of self-sabotage here. There's a way out. Okay, there's a way out from whatever happened here in the past. You were given a get out of jail free card here with the Sun showing up over the 7 of Swords and the King of Pentacles. And you need to make sure you're not self-sabotaging. Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say here is you're being given a get out of jail free card. Especially because you now have the Three of Swords over the King of Swords. We have the King of Swords with the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles with the Hierophant. Whatever this happened, like there's heartbreak from the past that's coming back in for review. As I've been saying, the cycle's coming back. The cycle is being repeated. Are you going to start a new one, or are you going to stay in the cycle? Because whether it's feeling left out in the cold with this Five of Pentacles, or it's feeling heartbroken by someone or something, it's coming back in. And again, you get to decide which path to take, okay? Which cycle to start or not start. And what I really like to see is the Eight of Cups with the Five of Pentacles, which means you're walking away from that feeling of being left out. You can't make this up. Pathway popped out. This is a reading of path energy here, okay? Are you going to walk towards your true north, your destiny, or are you going to stay in the wheel? You're going to stay in the hamster wheel. Because again, until you learn, the lesson will keep coming back, okay? And until you learn it, yeah. So let's see what we have here. Let's see what else we get. Courtship, pathway, courtship, change, privileged lady, thoughts, poverty. Yeah, so listen, your thoughts drive your reality. Change those thoughts away from poverty and towards abundance, okay? Very important. You're also, look, it doesn't matter what gender they are. This person from the past is re-entering. Some of you have manifested the same crappy situation over and over again. I'm just being super blunt with you in this reading. I don't this is just what's coming in. And they're going to try to win you over here. They're going to throw you that bait that hits you, Virgo, that hits you that you've taken every single time. But this time, door number 2 says you don't have to take the bait. You can try something else. And that's what we're seeing here. You're going to choose change. You're going to choose a new path, and you're going to feel really good about it. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe, check out my website, zaneintuitive.com. Consider becoming a Patreon. I will see you in the next one.